As an experienced writer, I understand the importance of keeping up with the latest economic trends and data. One of the key indicators that I closely follow is the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, which is a crucial measure of inflation in an economy. Let's delve into the intricacies of CPI, its significance, and its impact. The Consumer Price Index measures the average change over time in the prices paid by consumers for a basket of goods and services. This basket includes items like food, housing, transportation, healthcare, and entertainment. The CPI is calculated by the Bureau of Labor Statistics, or BLS, in the United States. It compares current prices of basket items to their prices in a base period, typically set to 100. Changes in prices are weighted based on their importance in consumer spending patterns, resulting in an index number representing the overall change in the cost of living. The Consumer Price Index is a critical tool for measuring inflation, which is the sustained increase in the general price level of goods and services over time. Inflation impacts the purchasing power of consumers and the overall economic stability of a country. By tracking CPI changes, policymakers, economists, and consumers can understand inflation trends and make informed decisions about economic policies, investments, and personal financial planning. The CPI basket is composed of goods and services representative of typical consumer spending patterns. Major categories include food and beverages, housing, apparel, transportation, medical care, recreation, education and communication, and other goods and services. Each category contains numerous items tracked and weighted based on their importance in the average consumer's budget. The BLS regularly reviews and updates the basket to reflect changing consumption patterns. While the CPI is widely used, it has limitations. One primary issue is accurately capturing changes in the quality and availability of goods and services over time. New technologies or improved products can lead to mismatches between measured price changes and actual changes in purchasing power. Another limitation is accounting for the substitution effect, where consumers change purchasing behavior in response to relative price changes, potentially overstating or understating the true cost of living. Core CPI. What's the difference? In addition to the headline CPI, the BLS publishes the Core CPI, which excludes volatile food and energy components. The Core CPI is often used as a more reliable indicator of underlying inflation trends, removing short-term fluctuations that can distort the overall inflation picture. While the headline CPI is important for understanding the overall cost of living, the Core CPI provides insights into underlying inflationary pressures. The BLS collects CPI data through a comprehensive survey of prices across the country. Price information is gathered from a representative sample of retail outlets, service providers, and landlords. The CPI data is reported monthly, with figures typically released around the middle of the following month. The data is presented as an index, with the base year set to 100, representing the percentage change in prices compared to the base year. The release of the CPI report is highly anticipated in the financial and economic world. It provides valuable insights into the overall state of the economy. Policymakers, investors, and consumers closely watch CPI data, as it can significantly impact economic decisions and policies. For example, the Federal Reserve monitors CPI data when considering adjustments to monetary policy, such as changes in interest rates. By analyzing CPI trends over time, we gain insights into broader economic conditions and the overall cost of living. A sustained increase in CPI may indicate rising inflation, affecting consumer spending, investment, and economic growth. Conversely, a decline in CPI may signal deflationary pressures, impacting consumer confidence, business investment, and potential job losses. Understanding these trends is crucial for informed decisions about personal finance, investment strategies, and economic policies. The Consumer Price Index plays a crucial role in government policies and decision-making. Policymakers, such as the Federal Reserve, use CPI data in monetary policy decisions to assess inflationary pressures and determine appropriate actions. CPI data also adjusts government programs and benefits, like Social Security payments, federal income tax brackets, and the minimum wage, ensuring purchasing power is maintained and the social safety net remains effective. While CPI is the primary measure of inflation, it faces criticism. One main criticism is that CPI may not accurately reflect the true cost of living for all consumers, relying on a fixed basket of goods and services. Alternative measures, like the Personal Consumption Expenditures (PCE) price index and the CH